Shout out Bruce Gas, aka Toka 2. You know I had to drop a track for my boy.
Hey, where you at?
Yeah, camping in your rats and boys out here telling favors. I'm the hardest young nigga, I ain't signed to no label. Hey, Bruce Gas putting no fights on the table. I'm calling that boxing since Kane versus Abel. Smoking so much gas, you would think that shit was fatal. I'm the people's champion like Muhammad Ali. Shut out Bruce Gas, one day we gon' meet. Yeah, we gon' blow it down, we gon' smoke hella weed. Yeah, we gon' blow it down, take a hit out the Toka 2. Slipping hella shots, feel like Tyson with the Pika. Little Glock on my side, but it hit just like Isaac Cruz. Shout out Mad Chad, real shit, that's my fucking dude. We always cooking on the panel. Strapped to my side, I ain't talking about no sandwich. Bruce passed me the blunt, I'ma light it like a candle. Ayy, non-stop bars, man, I always spit flames. Feel like Bruce Gas always got a different strain. Bitch, you ain't like me, you can never feel my pain. You win and you lose, well, this a fight game. Don't beef on the net and the shit won't change. Said that on the stream, gotta do it for the game. Said that on the stream, gotta do it for the chat. I ain't undisputed, yeah, hold on, I ain't undisputed, but I want all the straps.
There we go. Good evening, late afternoon, early evening, whatever it may be, man. This is Bruce Gas, boxing, jazz, and more. I hope that music is not too loud in the background. Try to, because that's the amazing George Colligan Quartet, and they're playing live at Smalls Jazz Club as I speak. That's George Callaghan on piano, Nicole Grove on the tenor sax, Alexander Claffey on the bass, and the amazing Cush Abadi on the drums. So we'll let them cook it up in the background while we do our thing here, man. Today is a very, very important day in the world of boxing, in the world of boxing history. There we go. Now I got that calmed down in the background there, man. Today is the day of the oldest man to win the heavyweight championship of the world. Today's the day that George Foreman knocked out Michael Moorer. An amazing feat, man. That happened 29 years ago today. George Foreman, 45 years old, became the oldest fighter to ever win the heavyweight championship of the world. I was fortunate enough to watch that fight. And man, I'll tell you, you think you've seen upsets. When you watch George Foreman getting picked apart by a 20 years younger than he, and then to come back with that big right hand to end it all, man. I mean, just an amazing thing. But I started it a little early. We're going to go on at 8:30, and I said, let me just tune it up a little bit and get the show going, man. See who's going to jump in here and join us tonight, man. I see my brother Vince Paris back there. He's going to be coming on here, man. Vince is a ranked flyweight in the world of boxing, ranked by the IBF, man. Just had a great fight in Japan, and he'll be talking to us, man. I think we got Coach Evins Tobler coming in here tonight, man, and of course my brother Tim Witherspoon Jr., Skywalker, Tim Moosey, and we're gonna take it from there. But let's let the night kick on, man. Let me shout out who came in here so far. I appreciate it like you wouldn't believe. I got some indica bud. I don't know what it is. It said indica bud in the jar. I had it put away in my stash bin. So let me see what kind of a buzz it throws out there. Definitely an indica. Definitely. Yes, sir. All right, let me say hi to everybody that came in here, man. My friend Just Frank Frank was in here early tonight, man. Salute to my brother, Just Frank, man. My main man, boxing matchups with D Free. My tongue is getting twisted over here, man. Shout out to my brother D Freeman out there, man. Thank you for coming by. Anthony Manzano, bro. Salute to you, my brother. Appreciate you coming by. Paul Sotak, man. Thank you for coming in here, brother. Appreciate it, man. Got Daniel Berry, Sports Highlights, man. Shout out to you, man. Salute, bro. A man I see everywhere. Susanna, the proud single mom. Salute, my sister. My brother Demetrius Bright, man. Shout out to you, brothers. Peace, man. Peace. This is, like I said, man, this was the night that George Foreman won the heavyweight championship of the world from Michael Moorer. And we're gonna talk about that probably a little bit, man. I'm just getting ready, man. Dr. Paul, how we doing, my brother? Thank you for coming by, man. Long time no sees. Good to see you here, brother. Good to see you here, man. Waiting for some people. My brother Vince is over. Eddie from Coastal Boxing is back here now, man. Let's get these people up here, man. I know Vince was back a little while ago. Eddie, my brother, salute, man. How we doing? Eddie!
What's up, bro? Hold on, I'm trying to add this to my stream real quick, too.
Don't worry about it, bro. Don't worry about it, man. Glad to see you stopped in, bro. I didn't have your email address. Did Skywalker give you sent you the link?
Yeah.
Cool stuff, bro. Cool stuff, man. But anyway, man, I'm waiting for some people to stop in, and like I said, man, tonight was a real funky night in my life. 29 years ago, man. I guess that's kind of a long time ago. George Foreman was, just an amazing figure in boxing. Eddie, there's some kind of a weird noise coming in. I'm gonna mute you until that noise goes away there, bro. There's some kind of a weird bubbly kind of a sound coming in. Let me see, is it still? Yeah, it's still there. Sounds like you're underwater.
There we go.
There we go. Now it's good. Sounded like you were blowing bubbles there for a little bit, man.
Yeah, I was trying to add it to the stream real quick. Let me hop on my computer. I'll be right back.
All right, no problem, brother. Dr. Paul, man, looking after you. I didn't know she had a heart attack, bro. I wish you a recovery, bro. I wish you a recovery. My wife had a heart attack scare a couple of weeks ago in here, man. Blew my mind. I'm sitting here and she comes out of her bedroom. She says, I think I'm having a heart attack. And it was like traumatic. I called 911. They came down. They took her to the hospital. She was there for, several hours. She said it was like 3 hours before they even looked at her. And she came home. They did every test in the world. And they didn't know what it was, man. Anxiety or some weird shit. But hey, man, appreciate every day, bro. And God bless you and your wife, man, Dr. Paul. I wish you nothing but the best. The boxing scholar, bro. Shout out to you, my brother. I was bopping by today, man. I don't know if I gave you a shout out because I was on the road. I had my phone. I was listening to you a little while ago, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate the show. Appreciate you coming here, man. But yeah, man. On this day in 1994, bro. I mean, it was an amazing thing. We're going to talk about the current state of boxing. What we all saw yesterday. Some very interesting fights, especially in the heavyweight division. But the heavyweight division 29 years ago, it still blows my mind. George Foreman, he came back to boxing 10 years after he retired, almost to the day. Same month, 10 years later. Oh, man. Dr. Paul, it sucks to get old, bro. I mean, it sucks to get old, bro. And I know what it is, bro. I know where you're coming from. The body just it breaks down. I feel aches and pains. I never knew I had aches and pains to begin with. Mrs. Just Do, salute my sister. Thank you for coming by. But yeah, man, as we age, and it's weird because so many friends that I had, people I went to school with, people I used to play with when I was a kid, and I hear from them now. It's like they're freaking they're dying or they're sick or something. And hey, you just we have to. We're our best physicians, man. We have to really advocate for ourselves. We have to take care of ourselves. We have to watch what we eat. Drink plenty of water, man. I always have my Always have my trusty 20-ounce tumbler right here, man. And this is the one that Blood Boxing made. You got Miles Davis on the bottom. You got Marvelous Marvin Hagler on the bottom. I got my brother Curtis Anderson up here, man. I got a custom logo on this thing, man. But anyway, makes it fun. And I drink. I try to drink a gallon of water a day. I don't know if I hit that amount, but I fill this thing up 5 times, and that's 100 ounces right there. So anyway, man, take care of yourself. Hydrate the body, hydrate the organs, man. Especially now where it's real dry. You notice the leaves on the tree, everything is dying, everything's drying up. So, man, hydrate from the inside out. Pearl, my brother, salute, bro, salute, man. How you doing, man? Good to see you. I see Skywalker in the back. Let me let him in and come on in, enjoy it. Come on in and join us, brother. Are you here yet or what?
Yeah, I'm here. How you doing? We're live, huh?
We're live, man. I said, I was sitting there. I said, I might as well just go on early, and I wanted to talk a little bit about the history that happened today, 29 years ago. Let people know about that, man, because that's a historic event, man. And if you saw that fight, and anybody tells you that you don't know shit about boxing, you never saw boxing, you tell them, man, I saw George Foreman knock out Michael Mora, bro. And you're gonna win that argument, bro. I mean, it's just a HBO championship a night that I will never forget, man. A night that I'll never forget, and I love sharing it. I get enthused about it. My brother, the drunk Irishman, Carlos, how you doing? And Carlos mentioned today, awesome. Man. I mentioned a little fact in that fight, the fact that George Foreman wore the same trunks that he wore when he lost the title to Muhammad Ali in the Rumble in the Jungle. And I'm glad. Carlos is a very, very witty guy. He knows a lot about boxing, about the history, about the current state of boxing. And I'm glad that I told him something that he didn't know. I appreciate that when somebody tells me something that I don't know. A little fact, a little fun tidbit in there. Like for instance, Skywalker, your uncle Bobby Chacon. Why did they call him the schoolboy?
Because he was in college, man, and gave up his college to pursue his career in boxing.
Yeah, man. They used to bust his balls in the gym. They used to call him the schoolboy.
The schoolboy, yeah, that was his nickname, man. The schoolboy.
Yep. So how's your day going, my brother?
Man, it was super busy. I did a side job today, and it was my son's birthday. So we did a birthday party for him once I was done with the side job. I just got home. So I didn't know if I was going to make it tonight, but I made it home early. The wife's still spending time with the family, so it's pretty good. I went to Baby Drago's fight yesterday. I went to some local fights in Albuquerque. Drago got a majority draw. It was some bullshit judging. I had him winning every round. It was only a 4-round fight, but they gave him a majority draw. And yeah, it is what it is. You know how the judges be.
I saw it myself. LT, my brother Luis, salute, my man. Good to see you, my brother. Salute.
Boxing scholar, salute.
Glad to have you in the room, my man. The boxing scholar, yeah, bro. And did you catch any of the other fights last night?
Yeah, I caught the Efe Jagba and Joe Goodall. I came home for that. I was just in time for that fight. I missed. I seen the Cordina fight up to the 12th round. So I seen most of the fight. I had to leave like the beginning of the 12th, and I didn't see the Ramla Ali fight. Did you guys see that fight? Was it good? I haven't even seen the highlights of that fight yet.
I didn't watch that one. That's women's boxing, bro. I'm not really a big fan of women's boxing.
It was a redemption fight for her, though. It was a redemption fight, so I was kind of interested in looking at that fight. I be covering the females, man.
You know what I got to admit, though, the females now are getting more and more talented. It's like almost within the last couple of years, because we've seen some mismatches in there. I mean, when I go see fights, I don't want to see people throwing punches like this. It's kind of different. But now you got some women in there, and there's some tough son of a bitches going on fighting right now.
Yeah. Salute to AB, Puro Sur, LT, salute.
For sure, man.
The BKFC Thailand, I watched that in the morning too. I had a side job Saturday as well, but I was able to see it. Bukov kind of dominated the fight, man, against Senchai. So that was cool. That was an interesting fight.
You know what I liked about yesterday? There was a lot of heavyweight fights on the card, man. A lot of them, they kind of went under the radar. Champ Ross, my brother, salute.
Oh, yeah. Salute to Champ Ross.
Um, the one that I saw that I thought was kind of, I mean, there was a bunch of them that were cool. This guy Moore, did you catch him?
I didn't. Yeah, I didn't.
And he took on this guy Sims. And the funny thing is, man, Moore has a victory over he got a victory over the guy Sims that he fought. Sims has got a victory over Trey Morris, Tommy Morrison's kid.
Yeah.
Who's got a victory over Hasim Rockman Jr.
Right.
So I'm looking, but he was really overweight. He had huge boobs, needed a bra. His gut was hanging way up. I mean, the guy was 50 pounds overweight. And this other dude, Moore, Brandon Moore, he looked like a young Greg Page, man. He was real athletic. His family is professional soccer players, baseball players. That you could tell just the natural athletics the guy had. And he got a unanimous decision. And then they had another freaking another heavyweight. This dude was fucking. His name was fucking man. I gotta look, man. I can't even think of his fucking name right now.
Ernest, what's up, Battle? Salute. Let me Hey, Coach Tobler wants to come back on. He had such a good time talking boxing with us that he told me to let him know when we do it again, and I told him, and he wants to come back on. So, and he was watching this weekend. I seen him. He keeps up with a lot of boxing though. Coach Tobler, he's a hardcore bro. He be watching everything.
No, the fight that I was talking about was another heavyweight fight. The guy's name was Lindolfo. I'm sorry, his name was Antonio Mireles.
Yeah, he's really good. I've been following him. Antonio Mireles, heavyweight with Robert Garcia, right?
Yeah. And he fought this guy's name was Skylar Lacey. They were both 6'9". They're both giants. And this guy Lacey, he looked like he had a shaved head. He looked like something out of Goonies, man. Hey, man, I think Coach Tobler's right here now, bro.
Oh, nice. I was getting ready to text him. Cool.
Hey, man, this is the strength and conditioning coach for Regis Prograis, among others, man. I had the pleasure to be on a show with him last week, man. This is strength and conditioning coach Evins Tobler, bro. And hey, man, great to see you, brother. Salute.
Lou, coach.
What's good, gentlemen?
Doing good, man. Blessed weekend. A lot of boxing.
Good weekend. Enjoyed it.
Hey, coach, were you a fan of heavyweight boxing back in 1994?
I'm always a fan of heavyweight boxing.
On this day, 29 years ago, man, a 46-year-old guy named George Foreman knocked out Michael Mora.
I saw the fight.
I'll tell you, did you jump out of your skin when Big George landed that right hand or what?
George, I don't know. I was so emotional. I was thinking this dude, and everybody counted out, knew that he had those stud missiles. And he was baiting Michael Moore the whole entire time, and he kept getting closer and closer. And then all of a sudden, he knocked that 1-2 down the middle, over with. I was so happy for George, man. Crazy.
Me too, man. I couldn't believe I just couldn't believe it because George was getting picked apart.
Yes.
Michael Moore was, and his face was swollen up. I thought they were going to stop the fight. And Teddy Atlas was telling Michael Mora, don't sleep on this kid. Don't sleep on this kid.
Yeah.
And then,
he did.
And I think about that 29 years ago, man. I was like 40 years old, bro, and man.
So funny. In 1994, I was training. I was training to try to make the U.S. Olympic team in long jump. I was at Virginia training. Yeah.
Awesome stuff. Now, I just like to bring little things like that because that's kind of what I do, man. I like to dig into the history of boxing.
I I like
No,
that.
when something like that happens on an anniversary, I like to let the public know it because man, these guys they're gonna forget about our heroes if they don't pay attention,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, absolutely. And Big George was big.
You know, I had the pleasure of talking to his brother Roy on a show a year ago when I first got my channel going.
Oh,
And
really?
yeah. Roy, and Roy was been with George. You know, I mean, they were sharing that proverbial cheeseburger when he was 12 years old. And he just told us so many really insightful stories. And you know,
Yeah,
I always get a soft spot in my heart when it comes to George Foreman.
yeah,
You know,
yeah. He worked his way back up, man. He worked his way back up. Respect him.
and what a success story too with that George Foreman grill.
Oh my God.
I used one of those when I was bodybuilding. That's what a George Foreman chicken breast and a
I had
freaking
to back
oh. I did too, man. I had to throw that away because I cooked fish on it and it smelled so bad. My wife didn't want to eat me chicken on it.
man. I
So
had chicken breast when I was bodybuilding. I don't even mess with chicken breast. Every once in a while, I mean chicken breast. But that
you
grill,
know, I ate it until it coming out of my ears. But guess what I had for dinner tonight? Chicken breast. Hey, let me shout out my brother Peach that's in here, man. Ernest Johnson. Hey, Eddie's in the back. Let me bring Eddie up here, man. Coastal
Okay.
Boxing. Eddie, how you doing, brother?
Good,
We got everything straightened out over here, bro.
Yeah, I had to go get the laptop situated, you know.
We're about 1 month away, Coach. 1 month. I see you working with Regis, man. Man, it's gonna be good, man. You guys really, man, hype this fight up, man.
I think the closer we get, the more, you know, the more aggressive and attuned in he gets and understands that. You know, somebody asked me, I don't know who asked me. I've been on so many podcasts, man. I love it. I love it. I love this job. I love the things that come along with it. So somebody, I don't know who asked the reason to have a chip because I got a chip on every part of his body. He got a chip over here, a chip over here, a chip at the top of his head, at the bottom of his feet, at the end of each punch. I said, yeah, because they're not giving him a chance. And I'm like, bro, you got the wrong guy. How
Your microphone's chopping up, Coach.
that you could be from a champion, a two-time champion, and this nigga Devin Haney is gonna just walk through Regis Prograis. It's crazy.
Yeah.
You know, I'm going to be honest with you. The word on YouTube, not many people are giving Regis a chance in this fight.
They're not. And they're sadly mistaken. It's gonna be crazy, bro. I'm telling you, it's crazy. That's because
In a sense,
they believe the hype.
Well, I'll tell you, man. If I was a betting man, I would put some money on Regis Prograis because you got some good odds out there, man.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely. And like in a sense, I'm kind of happy that they're leaning with Devin Haney in a way because it's just going to be even a better of a fight now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You're just making Regis. You're just pissing them off even more. So.
Hey, what was the betting odds on the Chon Cepeda fight? What do you remember? Who was the favorite?
I have no idea. I said he was getting knocked the fuck out. He got knocked out. So
That was a fight that nobody really like in the beginning. It was everybody knew it was a 50-50 fight. Everybody was really looking forward to that. I think it was It was on Marv Nation Promotions when that happened, man. But man, that was a big fight.
Cepeda can crack, man. Cepeda can crack. Regis everybody else. He can punch.
Yeah.
So I know he punch as hard as Cepeda. I know he don't.
So 100 will win you 450 on Regis. Man.
Bro, Regis with a first round knockout, 100 will win you 1,000.
Well, that's Cepeda. That's Cepeda. Yeah.
Cepeda was a tough kid, man. He was tough. It wasn't no easy. And Regis boxed in the fight. And he brought. He did everything. So,
that criticism about the Regis can't box. He boxed really well, man, against Chon Cepeda, man, in that fight. You know what I mean? That was a good example of good boxing.
mm-hmm.
You went to deep waters with Chong.
Devin is, I was saying earlier that, a lot of times in combat and boxing is when you're building a fighter. I've been on the side of building a fighter with pedigree, and when that moment comes, you just have to be ready. And during that process, these fighters they get hyped up, and they start believing the hype. But the reality is that every quality opponent, when I say quality, with the potential to knock Devin Haney out or do these things, and for him to knock them out, he's not done it. He's gone the distance with smaller opposition, and they have better pedigree than anybody else that he.
Evans, hang on a second. People are telling me that your audio's fucking up on you over there, bro.
Oh, can you hear
Go ahead, keep talking. That's the only I can.
But yeah, they overlook him, and Haney hadn't really fought. Like I said earlier, during the week or this last couple of weeks, everybody he fought that were quality, he went the distance, and they were smaller guys physically. Loma was a better boxer. Who else? Linares was a good boxer, but he couldn't get rid of those guys. If they're thinking that he can get rid of Regis Prograis because it moved up and gained 5 more pounds, logically, scientifically, it don't make sense.
No,
It gonna happen.
So,
and this is going to be a different kind of fight than Lomachenko. You know what I mean? This is going to be way different. You know what I mean? That was more of a chess match. Regis is going to try to be hurting him, bro. He's going to be going to that body. It's going to be a war, man, this fight.
Well, I'll tell you, bro. I mean, really, the boxing world is overlooking Regis Prograis here. They're already planning Devin Haney's next fight.
Oh my God! Yes, they did, bro. You have no idea. Perfect. I usually post. I ain't posting no workouts. I ain't posting shit. We're gonna show up with all the fucking tanks loaded. Missiles, grenades, all that shit. Helicopters. We got it all. We're gonna show up, and I'm gonna have my army fatigues on like I always do.
Yeah. I'm a combat vet, man. I respect that.
Yeah,
I want to introduce you to a bad little fucking guy right here, man. This guy's 112 pound. He's number 3 in the world right now at flyweight.
Okay.
He's from the Philippines. He's from Manny Pacquiao's hometown. They go to church together, and this guy's the future world champion of the Philippines, man. His name's Evins Tobler. He's 20-2 with 15 knockouts, and he fights like Mike Tyson.
Oh, bro. Huh?
Yeah, they call him the kamikaze.
Johnny Combat, how you doing, Johnny boy?
what's going on?
Listen, one of my trips is to go to the Philippines, man. I have never been there.
Yeah,
so that's on my bucket list.
If you guys ever want to go, man, you should go to Vince's hometown. That's where Manny Pacquiao's from, and they got a lot of boxing in his province, his area.
Nice, hungry fighters. I like hungry fighters. That's what I like.
That's what we need more of, man. That's what we need more of.
Yeah. So he's 20-2 right now. When you fighting again,
Vince? When you fighting again, Vince? He's fighting Eliminator next. He's coming in champion.
Sorry, my signal.
His signal's pretty bad.
my signal?
He's got that cheap Wi-Fi in the
Sorry, my
Philippines.
signal is bad. No good signal.
Hey, tell him about your next fight and what it's about.
No good Wi-Fi in Philippines.
Here's my brother.
My next fight in December in Japan. December 31.
Nice. Okay.
December 31 in Japan.
Okay.
WBC OPBF sanction of WBC
Okay.
championship.
Cool.
My opponent is Japanese again.
Who you train with in the Philippines?
Who do you train with?
Who you train with?
In backyard gym only. Backyard gym.
Oh,
Coach.
Pacquiao gym. Nice.
Our gym is backyard only.
Okay.
Backyard gym.
Hey, but tell them what champions have you trained with,
It,
Vince? Tell them how many champions have come out of your gym.
Marlon Tapales, Donito Donaire, Raymart Gabalio, Mike Lania, Romero Dono, Manny Pacquiao.
A lot of
I gotta get over
legends.
there, man.
Hey,
Philippines.
hey, just for me to go and see the arena where Muhammad Ali and Joe Frazier had that fucking Thriller in Manila, bro. I mean, that would be on my bucket list.
Yeah, mine too.
I like that. We get somebody in the chat goes on the 9th. I'm a no limit soldier, Johnny. I'm a no limit soldier. Salute, champ. Go Regis.
Appreciate
Hey,
Yes.
we got another casual that just jumped in on the panel, bro. I think his old man used to fight way back in the day, man. His name is Tim Witherspoon Jr. How we doing, my brother?
Oh shit, really?
What's going on, guys? Coming fresh to the panel off of that win.
Yo, I almost had a heart attack. I had a clogged artery and everything watching that fight, man. I mean, watching that game.
Yeah, I know, man. The Eagles made it much harder than they had to make it.
But one thing we know about the Eagles, though, they know how to pull through under any kind of sticky situation, man. Under pressure, they know how to do it.
Who they playing?
Huh?
Who they play?
The Cowboys.
Oh, that's the Cowboys. I hate the Cowboys.
I hate the asses too.
Every Eagles fan hates the Cowboys.
Well, you know why I like the Cowboys? Because they fired Tom Landry. They should have walked him out on a red carpet. I don't like that organization like that. They should have walked Landry out on a red carpet. Instead, they fired Tom Landry. Come on, man. That's no class. I used to be a Cowboy fan back in the day when they had Dorsett, Robert Newhouse. Actually, I ran a 60-meter dash with Dorsett's son some years ago in '94 and at Virginia Tech. His son was running for Pittsburgh. Anthony Dorsett. He ran a 60-meter indoor track season.
Wow.
Crazy, huh?
Yeah.
Crazy, man. Crazy.
What's up with you, Vince? How you been, Vince?
Yeah, we sponsor him, Coach. Vince, we all sponsor him and everything, man. He's and he steals the ring girls every time he fights. He takes the ring girl, bro.
Oh,
man, the lady man over there.
On that. I got to run an interference in the ring girls.
Yeah. They call him the Casanova of the Philippines. He always takes the ring girls. He don't want the trophy. He wants the girls.
The round girl hunter.
Hey, Tim,
he was champion.
YouTube knows I love boxing, so they're always putting fights on my preview page. Today they put Tim Witherspoon against Ray Mercer. What a fight that was, bro!
Oh,
what a fight, man! What a fight! I walked my dad out. I was in front of the line walking him out to the ring that fight, Atlantic City Boardwalk Hall.
That's great.
And they always say they thought my dad got robbed against Larry Holmes. Oh, that Ray Mercer fight.
Bro, look at his face when they raised Ray Mercer's hand.
Yeah.
He was, but it was almost like he kind of knew because he'd been screwed over so many times.
Yeah.
He didn't. It was controlled fucking exhaustion. It was resonated. He knew it, and
yeah.
So those guys.
They don't talk much. He was a good fighter as well. Tim Witherspoon was champion, wasn't he?
Yeah. Oh, fuck. Right, bro. 2-time world champion, and Ray Mercer was tough as nails too, man. Ray Mercer. I've spoken to him before too. He's still salty. I wouldn't fucking look at Ray cross-eyed. He's still right in the fucking ass, man.
So I don't look at him cross-eyed.
Did you ever watch my uncle fight in the 80s? He was a Hall of Famer. My uncle's Bobby Chacon. That's my mom's brother. He was a featherweight and super featherweight. He was a WBC champ. He fought Alexis Arguello, Boom Boom Mancini. He fought Bazooka Lamone 4 times.
Oh, you calling us some real monster.
Oh yeah. His uncle Bob.
Yeah, he was 59-7 with 49 knockouts. He passed away. He had bad boxer dementia, but he was in 15 round wars. Yeah, he's on the wall right here, Coach. Let me show you.
Charles D. So shout out to my brother Charles D out there, man.
Oh wow,
That's my uncle right there.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
I watched his fights in front of my television set many times. This is a guy who came in the ring and gave you blood. I mean, he fought 15 rounds, and the first round was just like the 15th round. I mean, dude, you go watch his fights with Bazooka Lamone, with fucking Cornelius Boza Edwards. Even at the end of his career, he went a couple of rounds hell with Ray Boom Boom Mancini. I mean, ill-advised, shouldn't even gotten in the ring. But man, God bless and shout out to the schoolboy Bobby Picone. He's a fucking legend, man. And we got his kinfolk in here with us.
Yeah, and then Tim too, his father, man. Like
I know, bro. I know, man.
Yeah.
Dude, I feel so inadequate in here, man. I'm surrounded with talent, and even Eddie will fucking knock you out.
Eddie's a good boxer. Eddie can fight though. Eddie's a good boxer, man. Yeah.
I'm lucky I'm safe in my living room, man. I got killers in this fucking chat tonight.
Absolutely.
So what's up with this
big heavyweight fought this weekend? Big
Jabba.
Yeah.
Good fight for F.A. Jabba. I mean, he needed that type of performance last night.
Oh, he's doing great, man.
I met him some time ago. I used to work with. I was training his other friend, Apoche.
Yeah, Nelly, I have that clip on my YouTube.
He was a cruiserweight. He was a cruiserweight. He fought that.
Your mic is chopping up again, Coach.
Your mic is chopping up again.
Okay. Yeah, Jabba needed that win. If a Jabba gets mean, he's gonna beat a lot of people. He's such a really nice guy, bro.
When I first saw him, I said this man's gonna make an impression in the heavyweight division, and he got beat by Frank Sanchez, but it was only because Frank Sanchez has so much experience, and he was setting traps for Effie. But man, Effie, I don't know why he left Ronnie Shields. Because Ronnie Shields is a supreme trainer, but I can see how it's a personality thing too. Sometimes you just don't get along with your trainer. But man, I liked him last night. Now I'd like to see him fight the Zhili Zhang, maybe Johnny White.
I want him to fight. What's his name? What's the big baby kid?
Baby Anderson, man.
They used to spar together.
Anderson
at Prince Gym.
Yeah, they train in Houston, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, with Prince.
Yeah, but I don't think Effie's here anymore. I think Effie's in Vegas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's in Vegas. Corona.
Oh, shit.
Thomas, how you doing out there, brother? Gas mask, salute.
Cuts Ricky, salute. Thomas, all our chats are live, so my bad.
The one thing I liked about F.A. Jabba last night, what I feel like what separates him from Wilder, he doesn't just do the 1-2 punches. You know what I'm saying? He was able to box. He was able to box and look good boxing last night.
Yeah.
And that's what I feel like that separates him from Wilder, Like Wilder, I feel like when Wilder was good? Wilder was good when he fought Stavern the first time, when he actually boxed Stavern.
Yeah.
So I honestly think F.A. Jabba did his thing last night. If he keeps it up the way he's doing it, he's gonna be real big in the heavyweight division. I mean,
yeah.
Coach, I'm sorry, guys. I hate to interrupt, but I just want to say, Coach Tobler, his phone must have died. He jumped out. I'm looking to see if he jumps back in, man. Because man, that guy's got some great convo that comes out of him, man.
Yeah. So I'm driving Picasso, man. Much respect, man. Be safe on the road, dude.
My brother Picasso on that road. Picasso's a professional driver, so man, I tell you, he's pulling some tonnage behind him. Look out.
Yeah, he's on the road. There's a lot of guys on the road.
You seen the Raiders game?
I was only, I've been waiting for this Cowboys game for the whole season, so
I had two games playing on me on my side over here. I had the Raiders game and that game, and the Raiders. I called it. I fucking called it. I called they was gonna blow them out with the new coach they have, bro.
Right.
sacks after sacks,
I saw that.
turnovers on downs multiple times. I'm like, oh my god.
They're the interim coach, right?
Yeah, I think he was from the Giants. He was from the Giants, and they was playing the Giants.
Oh, the NFL's rigged.
Dog, tell me that's not some shit.
The NFL's rigged.
You know, I was going to watch NFL today for a little bit. Maybe I could get into it again because I stopped watching it about 3 years ago. Sundays, it was a religion on Sundays. Pizza and NFL all day. And bro, I'm a Patriots fan too. I'm from New England. I watched I've seen, even before Tom Brady, man, I watched Drew Bledsoe and Steve Grogan. I mean, dude, the Patriots are right down the street. So anyway, man, I stopped watching it because I just decided that I just wanted to get more into boxing. And then now when I watch it, it's like these guys, they're not even hitting each other. The linemen are just standing up, bumping elbows. Fucking quarterback, nobody's touching them when they break the line. I mean, it's like, damn, the games we used to have in the backyard, there was more contact than this, man. No? It's like, wow. I don't miss it. Did the Patriots win or lose today? Anybody know?
I have no idea.
Patriots, I think they lost. No, wait, hold on. Man, I was watching so many damn games I can't even keep up right now. They got me fucked up, the Eagles.
Hey Vince, so you got all the girls hitting you up now, man, in the Philippines. So.
Okay, so look, the Patriots was playing the what was it? Damn.
Yes.
I don't even see it anymore.
I don't even know.
Oh, the Commanders. They played the Commanders today. They lost to the Commanders 17-20.
Wow, that's
Commanders.
That's par. So that makes them one win and about what, 6 losses? How long has the football season been going on now?
Yeah, there's been 9 games, I think.
9 games, so 1-8. Okay, well, Patriots are as expected. I mean, a coach is not going to win the games for you, not without spending some money on some drafts.
Hey, Nelly asked a question for the panel, guys. Nelly, they wanted to ask if we think that Deontay Wilder is an overrated boxer.
Ooh.
The thing about Deontay Wilder is, man,
no,
he has got a right hand that is just incredible. I mean, that fucking thing is
you can't deny his power. That's the thing with Wilder.
Right hand, bro.
That's what makes him so great is he got all that. He possesses a lot of power. You know what I mean?
You got to give him credit. He's come a long way, man. And
a lot of criticism starting late.
Yeah. And
he defended that belt from 2015 on, bro. So he held for a minute.
Here's how I'm going to answer that question if I can. Once again, let me try.
And man, he's our heavyweight champ, man. Are you
American? Let me answer. He asked me a question. Let me answer this question real quick. Deontay Wilder, because I've never heard anybody answer it like this. This is my take on Deontay Wilder. He's got a fucking right hand that's like a thunder from the gods. Ernie Shavers had that same fucking right hand. It's Jerry Cooney had the left hook. The thing is with Deontay Wilder though, Ernie Shavers, he tested the deep waters and he found out that he was not going to be the greatest fighter in the world with just that right hand. Deontay Wilder, every time he goes and tests deep waters, and really the only fighter of the deep waters has been freaking Tyson Fury. He gets beat. So I want to see that. I want to see him fight better competition, have some better wins against top 5 heavyweights,
right?
And then I'll rate him and then I'll see how good he is and how high I'll rate him. Because right now, man, he's adequate. If he doesn't knock you out with that right hand, then he gets knocked out, and that's
what he's done his way, and Styles makes fights. Styles make
man. That fucking right hand that explodes like a fucking hand grenade. You watch him hitting the mats, the mitts when he's fucking going full force, and it's like, plack, bang, bang, bang. That's gonna fucking take anybody's head off. The thing is,
he's not getting any younger. We have to, take those 3 hard fights that he had with Tyson Fury into consideration. How much longer can he rely just on that knockout punch? A lot of guys later in their career relied on their their knowledge, their skills, their technique to get them through. That one punch.
But the last thing that goes is that knockout punch.
Yeah, it's the last thing to go. But you're gonna need some more tools in your arsenal.
But it's not like we haven't seen it from Wilder before. We seen him box before.
Yeah,
he just stopped doing it.
Right.
He just stopped doing it because he knows he got that one punch knockout power.
Damage does take a toll, though, man. You fighting heavyweight. He's got a lot of fights under his belt.
We've seen it with Fury. We've seen it with Fury with Ngannou. I don't want to hear anyone explanation. Like Fury just don't got it anymore.
Ooh.
In my opinion, I just feel like he don't got it.
He's calling it all the way.
Absolutely.
I want to see Deontay Wilder fight. When's the last time he fought? That was Helenius. How long ago was that? A year and a half ago?
Give or take.
That was one round too. Shit.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't even know if we're going to see Deontay Wilder fight again.
I think we will. Sometime maybe. I'm
hoping the AJ fight happens.
Yeah, me too.
Wilder AJ. That's the fight I want to see.
Yeah, but Wilder turned down $100 million contract. That was something I could never ever understand, and that was the fight. He had a fight with AJ and 2 more fights with DAZN. $100 million when DAZN was passing out all that crazy money, and he turned it down. And the thing is, he pressed himself. That's ridiculous, man. That's like crazy. He said it was a slave contract. I said $100 million. A slave contract, man, dude. I'll call you master for a year, bro. Fuck, that's generational changing money right there. But anyway, and is he ever going to fight Anthony Joshua, or is anybody even going to care?
Yeah. Hey, coach said, thank you guys. His Wi-Fi is messed up in the building right now, so he'll catch us next Sunday. He said.
All good.
Thank you for blessing us, coach, man. Appreciate that, bro. We'll catch you next time. And use any snippets you want. I know you used some great ones. I saw them on X, formerly known as Twitter, this week. So when I asked him, I said, you want to fuck Haney up? And he says, oh yeah, I want to fuck him up. It was a nice little 5-second short that he put on there. So man, if you got me in here.
It's almost like there's so much hype between this fight. It's almost like we're gonna have a talk with like Tobler versus Haney.
This is the biggest fight to end the year out, kind of, if you think about it. I mean, we got the Sonny Edwards and Bam Rodriguez. That's a really huge, especially international fight. But stateside, this is the fight, bro. Haney, Regis, this is, internationally, maybe the Bam. You know what I'm saying? The Bam.
What about Demetrius Andrade and David Benavidez, bro?
Oh, I take that back. Yeah, we got a few more. Damn, you're still getting blessed. This weekend sucks, though.
And they put the other Charlo on the undercard, right?
Yeah. Mel Charlo, first fight in 2.5 years against the more people. He's fighting Jose Benavidez Jr.
Good technique, salute, brother.
David Morrell too. December.
Yeah, but he's fighting somebody. I like Morrell, bro, and it's exciting to see him. But he's getting fed, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Benavidez is already projecting. He said, I read today where he said if he can't get a fight with Canelo, then he'll fight Morrell. But he's looking past Andrade, and Andrade, man, and that's another fight. They're charging $80 pay-per-view. Anybody who's paying $79.99 for that fight, man,
it is not going to do any buys.
Yeah.
We forgot about it just now. You had to remind us.
Y'all forgot about it.
And that's only coming from Rhode Island. I didn't forget that one, man. That's a real competitive fight.
Do we think that Morrell is not fighting anybody, or do we think he's being avoided?
I think he's being avoided. He wants to smoke, bro. He was calling out Benavidez.
He was calling out Benavidez.
You know what? I'm gonna bring him on the show, bro. I got a connection to Morel, bro. To be honest with you, through Jose Diaz, bro. Jose Diaz that comes on here.
Right, my man.
He's invited. He's introduced me to these Cuban channels, so I always tune in, and I always see Robizi popping on the panel. I always see Morel. They speak Spanish, so we're gonna have to have Jose. I'm Mexican. I can speak good enough Spanish, but it's Cuban, bro. It's a little bit different, bro. They need to hit their Cuban brother.
Ay, puñeta.
See, coño. Yeah, I don't speak. I speak the Mexican style. But we need to get Morel. We need to get Morel on. That'd be a good interview. He likes to hop on panels, bro.
And you know the thing about it is how can you be avoided when you have a world championship belt? He's the WBA Reggie, a super middleweight, right? Now why would anybody avoid a champion? You know, it just doesn't seem. It's out of my vocabulary. You go after a champion.
High risk, not much reward. You know.
Exactly. High risk, low reward.
Yeah.
Man, I would say to that, I would say go, get that belt around your waist. Then you'll be able to make those high reward fights easily.
Everybody's scared because of what happened to Idos Sanelli. They had to put him in a freezer and put him in a coma and get the swelling out of his brain in a freezer. They put him to sleep for like a week. Remember, they were being real quiet, and everybody thought we had a death on our hands. And luckily, he had to learn how to like. He's all fucked up now, bro. That dude Idos, he's never gonna box again. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people are scared, bro. They're scared of Morel.
Morel got that brick hand.
Yeah, he got brick hand. If the ref don't stop it, man, the dude can really fuck you up, man.
Now there was some fighters. I've seen throughout the years fighters who came back after killing another fighter in the ring. And you got that tag on you. You got that reputation, but I don't know. I don't know if boxers are really going to avoid you because of that. If you got a title, I mean, I don't know. It's an interesting theory on there. But like I said, I don't know who's going to avoid.
Thing is, Morel can actually box. That's the problem. That's the big problem. Morel actually can box, and a lot of these guys don't want to go in the ring.
Have you noticed the fighters that kill people in the ring, like Subriel and Conwell? Nobody calls them names out, and they're undefeated. They're fucking monsters, but nobody ever calls them out, and they don't get the same shine. Do you notice that? They don't get the same shine as these good boxers because they're aggressive, you know. I don't know if you guys noticed that shit, bro, but a lot of the killers, bro, they're in the shadows, man. You know what I mean?
now you actually making some type of sense. You feel me?
Yeah. So like, I'm telling you, Morel, Subriel, a lot of these guys, a lot of their names don't get brought up because people don't want to risk their lives with these guys, bro. I don't think they don't want that smoke, bro.
You look at like fighters like the one of the most famous, Emilio Griffith, when he killed Benny Parrott in the ring. I think he had like 4 or 5 knockouts after that in his career. It was all, he lost that edge. And I even saw this special with him on I think it was on HBO or something. Benny Parrott's kid was talking to him, and he said, he forgave him, because people really put a lot. When that fight happened on national TV, it was real big back in the 60s. But anyway, Emil Griffith, he said that's such a relief. He was crying. It was really, really touching. But yeah, like I said, he wasn't the same. And then there was another fighter. His name was Wilfred Scipion.
Right.
He was a middleweight in the 80s, and he killed a fighter in the ring on national TV in New York. A guy named Willie Casson, and he ended up fighting Marvin Hagler. But he was getting reputation because he killed somebody in the ring. So they were, he was like a Saturday afternoon star kind of. That was always tagged to his name. So boxing's a.
Didn't it affect Boom Boom after Boom Boom killed
Kovalev? Yeah. Kovalev killed somebody in the ring. Yep.
Yeah, Kovalev. Hey, but after Boom Boom killed Kim, did he changed? Didn't he? Like his whole he was hesitant on the way he fought. Like they have a documentary about that? It affected the way he performed afterwards. He wasn't the same because he was holding back. Like he didn't want to do that to someone else. and you know, sometimes it affects you, man. Like on your next fights.
Yeah. Sure. I mean, everybody's trying to win, and you know, if you don't do that to somebody else, they're gonna do it to you. But nobody, you know, wants to kill somebody. You know, everybody has.
Oh
But you know, going back to Deontay Wilder,
yeah,
he's someone who has
Bomb
been
Squad.
he's been outspoken, and he remember when he had that controversy saying that he wanted the body
Yeah,
in the ring. That's kind of like the total opposite of you know what we're talking about here.
yeah.
Max Bear's got two of them. Max Bear's got two of them on his record, man.
That's
I almost
crazy.
forgot about that, Tim.
Yeah, you forgot about that, right?
I
And
did.
then
Actually,
yeah, Primo could never kill somebody, but they said that was because Max Bear had already, put him in a freaking coma. The fight before that.
Yeah, man, it's a tough sport. You know.
And you notice now, I was listening to Steve Gray the other day. He was doing an interview, and he was mentioning how they've changed a lot of the rules. Like for instance, like usually when a fighter went down, the ref would he'd get up, ref would brush his gloves off, say walk towards me, fight would continue. Now they check a little bit more of their neurological state. They make them walk to the left, take a step to the left,
Right.
take a step to the right. Because I mean you can send somebody in there that's
already injured,
it's already
and everything.
and fuck them up. And I noticed another rule too, man. I saw it last night. If a fighter spits his mouthpiece out, they don't rinse it out anymore. If he just spits it out in the ring, they just pick it up, put it back in their mouth because a lot of if it's an intentionally spit out.
Yeah.
But last night I also seen them wash it out too, though.
That's because it wasn't intentionally spit out. If you do it intentionally, they just pick it up and put it back in your mouth. If it gets knocked out, then hey, it's worth getting rinsed off or something. But the reasoning was it doesn't make any difference. You rinse it off with water. I mean, it's not going to take any germs off of fucking cold water on a mouthpiece.
You damn right. You damn right. It ain't going to do shit.
Yep, they're killing time with that. They're killing time with that. Ernest Johnson for sure.
And technique. Yeah, Zhang is a killer too, bro. I can't wait. I'm looking forward to Zhang's next fight, man.
He wants.
He was at ringside yesterday, and he's living in New Jersey. So that they were talking to him, and he was speaking like he was kind of speaking in broken English. And then they said something to him. You've been in New Jersey for X amount of time, and he goes, "Forget about it."
Yeah, he's funny, bro. He's cool. I like him, man. He's learning English, bro. I respect anybody because English is such a hard language to learn, man. And if they take, that's
trying to reach our fan base by trying to
bro,
learn
that's
English.
professionalism, bro. That's really taking the time, not only in your boxing career, but that's also part of your career, man. Like you got to be professional, man. You got to speak that language, Look at Canelo, man, speaking good English now, huh?
And real good English.
From
that's speaking this whole time, but we act like he didn't.
He keeps talking. Right?
It's admirable, bro. You're an American. You see these guys, and at least they attempted, bro. That's dope, man.
Roberto Duran never attempted it throughout his whole career, man. And they said that held him back, and they said back in the late '60s, early '70s, they said the same thing with Carlos Monzon. He didn't speak English, and he had so many American TV appearances, but he didn't catch on. You'd have more of an American fighter who could speak the language. People would gravitate to.
Your dad developed a fan base in the UK, huh, Tim?
Yeah, and I mean he defended his title. Frank Bruno. I think he might have fought over there like twice before.
Yeah, he got a relationship with AJ before he's flown out there for AJ, huh?
Yeah, definitely. I was out there. I met Ricky Hatton, a lot of other guys. Kell Brook.
How about Joe Egan?
Yeah.
Did you meet Joe Egan?
I met Joe Egan. Yeah, I met him.
Did you ask him about the fight or what?
Huh?
You ask him about the fight with your dad?
No, I saw that on YouTube, and my dad explained it to me. But there's certain people out there that just like to hang on. His claim to fame is that he sparred Mike Tyson, and if you have him around real fighters, you're gonna be like, who the fuck is this guy?
Right.
And I guess that's pretty much what happened. But I did meet him. I never had any issues with him. I can't quite remember what part of England I was in. I know we were at a function. But yeah, Big Joe Egan. But yeah, man, that's the one thing I like about boxing though, is just it's everywhere. Like we got Vince on here from the Philippines. He just fought in Japan. And then you had so many people that we've talked to that have gone down to Mexico and fought. Bleep went down there. Then you had the female Mel.
A lot of people, bro, huh? Especially it's because you can get fights easy, bro. I think a lot of people, it takes a lot of time to get a fight here, bro. So Mexico is quicker,
Not only that, you get fights early, easy over there. You can start at an early age over there as well.
Oh yeah, start early. That's the benefit.
Yeah. We got to start connecting with, our Canadian friends or people up north.
Right. And yesterday we had one in the room, huh, Bruce? Or it was Friday or bare knuckle night, and he was the farthest east of North America. He said in Canada, he was the farthest east that you could go. Because Bruce is the farthest east stateside.
What was that? Nova Scotia? Is that?
I forgot where did he say he was from, Bruce?
I can't remember, man.
Yeah, because I brought it up. I was all, that's the truth, because I said Bruce is the farthest east in the United States, and you're the farthest east in North America.
We had some people from Turkey in here, bro.
Oh, shitload.
My channel, my number one is the U.S. Number two for me is Russia, then Ukraine.
I get a lot of Russians too, and then they don't comment though. I don't know why they don't comment, but I get Russians viewing. I got a lot of. I'm like the Philippine king, you know me. I got a lot of Filipino.
I started getting the Russians and Ukrainian after the interview with
Hey Tim, you gotta do a live with us on bare knuckle night, please, bro. But it's a long live stream, bro. Me and Bruce are like warriors.
Kill me. I can't come in all night.
Oh, but this is an exciting live stream, huh, Bruce?
I'll come in for a couple of fights.
It gets wild, bro. Bruce is making people laugh. Fuck it. He's getting high. Fuck it. We're talking shit about these dudes getting their head split open, huh, bro? It's bloody, bro, and we do it like thugs. We're still in it, bro. We're like,
yeah. When I erased my stream, I had I had 1,007 views.
Yeah, fuckload, bro. So one day we had 10,000. We had 10,000 the week before.
Oh yeah, the week before it went crazy, but even the audience retention was like 22 minutes. It was like crazy high.
Yeah,
so we had people coming in and staying to the end, and it was fun. Thomas, man. Yep, George Foreman knocked out Michael Mora, bro. Check out my community page. I just pinned it up there, man. I did a little thing about it. I don't know how many people saw it, but I do something like that every day. Every day something happens in boxing. And I love it when it's something that I lived through, because I can just fucking relate my experience and put up it's only a little paragraph, but it's fun. The Boxing Scholar.
Salute, bro.
So Bruce, why don't you share that moment with us? Some of us were young, and we can only watch it back on HBO.
Oh man! Oh, first of all, it was a Saturday night. I had my fucking black box, so it didn't cost me anything. And I had a girlfriend of mine who worked at the cable company, so I didn't even get a cable bill for about a year. So it was like I had a house full of people, and we're sitting here. And it was a dull fight. It was like Michael Moore is picking George apart, and people were like, "Oh, poor George, man! Stop this fight." George was getting hammered, but and it got to the point where a couple of people even left. It was a Saturday night. It was getting late, and
Right.
so anyway, I'm watching it, and all of a sudden, George just fucking knocks him down on his ass. Michael Moore is looking at the referee. I think it was Joe Cortez. He's counting in front of him. Michael Moore was like just looking up at the lights, and I was like, "Whoa!" I jumped out of my chair. I said, "Did you fucking see that? What the?" My phone rings. Boom. Yeah. What did Blick? I mean, it was like unbelievable. Jim Lampley, he did it. The oldest man to ever win the heavyweight championship of the world. It was wild. It was watching history. And George had the same trunks he had on when he was in Zaire. He was trying to exorcise the ghost of Muhammad Ali 20 years ago. And it was like fucking, the guy that he fought was 20 years younger. I mean, it was just fucking crazy. The next day, I told people who didn't watch boxing, because, I mean, in 94, it wasn't on the front page of the paper. There wasn't no internet, no YouTube. So most people, they didn't know it for a few days until somebody told them. And I was tending bar. I worked at this club at a weekend. I worked a regular job, but I also was I was a cheap son of a bitch, so I wanted to work a lot. I was tending bar at this club on weekends, and I'd open up in the morning. I think at 7 o'clock they'd open up. People would go in there, put brandy in their coffee and stuff. I brought the tape in, and I'm showing people at 10 o'clock in the morning, and they were like, I'm like, watch this fight. Look at poor George. Keep watching the fight. He did it. They're like, coffee coming out of their mouths. They were spreading their fingers. It was like the same reaction you get from sitting there watching it live, but nobody could believe it, man. And George went right to Hollywood after that. He was the pitch man. Everybody loved George. He had the grill.
Right.
His next fight was with a guy named Axel Schultz, and his brother. I talked to his brother, and he told me that George only trained for like 6 weeks because he was so famous. Everybody wanted to go out with George Foreman. Everybody wanted him over their house for a party. Everybody wanted to give him a car. Everybody loved Big George, and he only trained for 6 weeks. He won a decision, but it was a terrible decision, and they wanted to reverse it. They wanted a rematch. George gave up the belt because he wouldn't take the rematch, and and he had like the WBF belt and the National Boxing Organization, all different fringe titles. He dropped them one by one. When he fought Shannon Briggs, he didn't even have a title. But he was recognized as the linear champion, because you can't lose the linear championship unless you lose it in the ring. And George retired with an L. I mean, even today, George just inspires me when I listen to him. He speaks of Ali as the greatest. I mean, as he's even proud of the beating that he caught from Ali. He's like, man, I hit him with my best shots, and he says, "That's all you got?" And I said, "Yeah, that's all I got."
Yeah, that's all I got.
So, man, today, 29 years ago today, I hope I'm still around next year, 30-year anniversary. That's something special, man. Maybe we can talk to George Foreman Estate and get to show one of his fights on here without getting cops written.
Yeah.
That's like one of those fights that, they just will live forever. Everybody knows about that, and it's just forever in their minds. That's good.
My brother Kenneth Johnson, man, salute to you, my man. Long time no see.
So, what about Bernard Hopkins being like the oldest at the championship?
They don't make him like Bernard Hopkins, man. Bernard Hopkins was just a fucking hard-edged. He was an ex-con. He decided he was going to dedicate his life to boxing. He took care of his body.
Yeah.
He fought everybody. I mean, when we counted Bernard Hopkins out, how many times, man? After Roy Jones beat him, I thought he was just going to be a regular middleweight, light heavyweight. But man, he proved me wrong. And
all the way up until the end.
The ageless wonder.
Yeah, it went a long time.
People don't like Bernard Hopkins out there. A lot of I hear a lot of channels fucking have grudges with him and stuff. I don't know why.
You know, he was a talker. He was kind of real. He was like he really believed in himself. You know, real cocky, and you know, nobody. You know, the same thing with Floyd. You know, they don't want to they want to see that kind of person lose, and he wasn't losing. So, that made him hate him even more. But you got to give him his props, man. Came from nowhere.
I was on a panel once with Freddie Pendleton.
From Philly, yeah.
Philly, yep. And Freddie said Freddie was in the gym with Bernard Hopkins, and they came to words, and Freddie says, "Let's take this outside." And Bernard Hopkins did not want nothing to do. Freddie was saying how he was the baddest motherfucker in Philly that day. But says Bernard didn't want to come outside.
That's crazy. We were all at an event. I was accepting an award from my dad in Philadelphia, and I met Bernard Hopkins many times before, but I met Freddie there as well. And he's smaller than Bernard Hopkins.
Oh yeah. His best days were 135. That's
right.
But Bernard got him by 40, 50 pounds.
Right. Good old days. So why does the background got weed in it? That's what I want to know.
Oh yeah.
How did that happen?
We can figure that out by just doing that. There we go. No more weed now. Hey, weed is what gets me through the day. For some reason, I got roped into hosting the show tonight. And, this is my background set. I got the weed back there. I got the weed in here. I got my green dragon tincture over here.
Okay.
Enjoying that immensely. Had a good little box talk over here. We had what's in the background, bro? Skywalker.
Yeah, I'm trying to get these kids to shut the door.
Don't worry about it, bro. It's all love in that house. Yeah, I'd definitely be smoking that good green, bro.
That green crack.
You know, I never liked green crack. It always kind of got me wired out for some reason. I smoked it before, and I can see why they call it green crack. I've had it twice. And, you know, it's okay, but it doesn't relax me. It makes my mind wander, and it just
yeah.
You say, "God, that shit had me a wire."
We lost brother Tim.
Yeah, it's a good sativa, man. Get you all fucked up. Give you that paranoia.
There you go.
Man, so paranoid.
That's that paranoia weed, that green crack. The green dragon is probably even more hardcore.
Hey, you know what I was thinking the other day, bro, and thinking really, you know how I'm always talking about the good old days, the Tuesday night fights, and the ESPN. Bro, we got more boxing now than we ever had back then. The difference is that right now we don't get the quality that we had back then, but we have so much fighting. Yesterday, bro, from 2:00 until freaking 1:00, I was watching boxing.
Yeah.
It was like constant boxing. Yeah, I like the dabs, Nelly. They're cool, man. I drive by the dispensary, and I always say I'm going to pick them up. But the thing is, bro, this stuff that I make, this Green Dragon, that cost me ridiculously small amounts to make as opposed to stopping at the dispensary. And I just drive by it, and I say, I should have got some dabs. I like treating myself to the dabs once in a while. He's back again. Shit, I thought he was gone for the night. We could talk about him, but nope.
It's all good.
I got the raspberry tonight. Raspberry parfait. It's pretty good.
Raspberry parfait. How do they get these names, man? It's unbelievable how they get these.
It's good too. It's some good shit right here.
I called
it's like that green crack.
I called up my weed connection today, and he told me he's got apple fritter,
Yeah.
and white chocolate macadamia.
What the fuck?
White chocolate macadamia. That sounds good.
I've had them both, bro. You know, they're great indica
I
fucking
haven't
stuff.
heard the second one.
How do you get that far into the name?
Bro, I don't know. I don't know.
White chocolate macadamia.
Well, yeah, all you gotta do is Google it, and there's a site. There's a site called Leafy, and I'll tell you, this is a strain of fucking chocolate.
Cookies makes me this.
Yeah. There you go. Yep. It'll tell you that.
I had the other day. I have this thing called Cookie Wreck. So it's a mix of cookies and a mix of train wreck.
Cookie
So
wreck.
they call it Cookie Wreck.
But they'll cleverly stick another word in there if the two
Doesn't
words
sound right.
go together. Yeah, if they don't make it right. But yeah, man, I'm looking forward to tomorrow to going and grabbing a couple of zips of that fucking new stuff because I like the chocolate macadamia. I remember having that a couple of times. The white chocolate macadamia. That's what you gotta remember all three fucking pronouns there. And then we
So
got
the green crack. I wonder if they got white crack. He makes a white widow.
Yeah, that's what it's got. It's the white widow. You know something? I could look it up right now, man. Instead of sitting here like a bunch of goobers, why don't I just fucking
Smoke some rock and shit. They'd be like, you want some rock?
white chocolate?
Oh, that's why my fucking dad left shit over
White.
there.
All I typed was white CHO. It says white chocolate macadamia strain.
Yo, Skywalker, I need a light.
Here we go. Got you, bro. Here you go. Tim's electrical, man. Huh? You're the incognito.
Yeah. I'm just vape, man. Just
Do you put the flour in there and it vapes, or is that liquid?
right in the bottom. Flour right in there.
Oh, okay. Nice. Yeah, you're baking that shit.
I got the dry pan, he said.
I don't know if you...
Nah, he's vaporizing.
He said, you can't tell my eyes, man. You can't tell
See that?
my eyes.
Yeah, nice.
It's
You know what's funny,
up.
bro? I used to have one of them fuckers, bro. My wife's got a lot of like, you know what I mean? They always be hitting me up for weed, bro. The in-laws and shit on the reservation, they'd be like, "Hey, give me some weed." Bro, I would give all my shit out the vaporizer, bro. Big old fat Doug. I'd be like, "Here." Be like, "Oh, thanks, man." I'm like, "Shit, you ain't get high off that shit." It looked like a big ass nug, bro. I put that bitch in hole, bro.
You doing them like they do them in Vegas. You hit them with the Vegas hustle, the fake weed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I got ripped off in Vegas this time. We went in July. Me and my wife went smoking on the street. We went walking up the street, and bro, we bought a pre-roll. The pre-roll was fucking $25 or $30, bro, on the strip.
And it was some bullshit.
It didn't even get as high, bro. It didn't even get as high.
Bottle water. Tell them about the fucking water.
But look, they do that in New York City too. So you gotta just be careful where you get it. You know, them big places, you'll buy a pre-roll and you'll be disappointed.
Damn, I was
You put that bottle of water over there.
Oh, bro, that's another story. Next time, bring a backpack of water, bro, because it was hot as fuck, 118 degrees when I went. Man, we went in and my wife asked for 4 bottles of water, bro. Little ones in a little gift shop inside one of the casinos. Fuck, bro. Fuck, dog.
How much did you say again?
Oh, bro, it was fucking $50 for fucking 4 bottles, bro.
Crazy.
Yeah. Fucking
I know it's like
for bottles of water. I looked at my wife. I was like, what the fuck? Yesterday, I got robbed too, bro. I went to this boxing event. It's a local event. Tickets I spent $75. I bought, they were pretty cheap tickets. Working, bro. When I pulled up, they charged me $20 fucking to park, bro. 20, bro. That shit used to be 10 back in the day, bro. That shit is
things like that are gonna kill fucking boxing.
Vegas charge you 20, 25 to park, but damn, Albuquerque for a local. And then when I went in, I got 4 beers, bro. She told me $45. I was like, what the fuck?
4 beers for
$45, man.
So look, you're raising a big point here, yo. And this is why boxing's dying. We can't afford to go to these events. We can't afford to pay for these pay-per-views, so everybody's streaming.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Everybody's streaming, and how unless the price drops, what the fuck?
Yeah, I heard it first, y'all. Tim Witherspoon Jr. You said it Thursday. For real.
I know that for years, man. That's the fucking ridiculous thing. You can go to New York City 20. Well, I'm gonna speak and say 30 years ago. You could go see a fight like you could go see Ken Norton and Dwayne Bobbitt for $100 ringside in Madison Square Garden. 40 years.
And now, oh my God.
Yeah,
not the average Joe can just go into Madison Square Garden and say, "Yeah, I want ringside seats." It's not gonna happen.
Look at our brother Skywalker going to an amateur fight last night.
Go to a local show.
Yeah. How much did it cost?
I spent $200, bro, and all I got was nachos, 1 agua fresca for my daughter. I got 4 beers, 2 for my wife, 2 for me, and fuck, bro, it was like $200, bro. It's a local boxing event, bro. That's crazy.
In Scranton, they be charging like $60, $70 for the local price here at the Hilton.
Yeah, parking fucking charged me $20 when you pull in the gate. I bet you some people didn't have $20 when they pulled through the gate. They were, and it was cash only. So it's like they weren't even taking card at the gate. I was like, damn, a lot of cars are gonna be turning around.
Don't they understand that you have to keep boxing alive at that level? So as people will move to the next level, and you're going to get the next generation of fans, or if they like what they'll see, they'll keep coming back. $200.
Unfortunately, what we have to do is we have to go back to school gymnasiums and lower tier theaters and really go down to the grassroots level of where the working man could come in and watch, these guys fight. And
think about this. Canelo's last fight, the place wasn't as big as it was supposed to be. If you didn't notice, the ring walk from Canelo from the stage to the ring, I mean from when he comes out to the ring wasn't as big as he usually fights. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's those arenas are getting smaller, and if people, you're gonna have to notice. If you would notice it too if you watch some of these fights.
Crazy, man. It's funny how everything ties back into boxing. We're talking about fucking getting fake weed in Las Vegas, and then we go all the way into this is why we can't. This is why we're streaming the fights for free.
Man, they've almost drawn a line in the sand where if you want to be a boxing fan, you better make 6 figures and have some disposable income, because you're going to be paying $100 a month to watch pay-per-views. If you go to a live event, you got to bring a rack with you, bro. You're not going to even. You might as well forget about it. It's
listen. What you just said, right?
Yeah.
Like, just think about that. Boxing is one of the most expensive sports there is. Like, think about it. Anyone could go to a football game. Anyone can go to a football game.
They're getting expensive too now.
Yeah.
But anyone can go. You get what I'm saying?
Pound says it was $50 for the Rocha fight for the parking. That shit's crazy.
But that's why I'm saying, like, look, these fights are being so expensive and everything, and
they're crappy.
For the people to
we want to see even fights, 50-50 fights. If we're going to pay that kind of money, I mean, you were supporting boxing last night. That's what that was, bro. I mean, that was like a donation.
I got blessed by Nonito, man. On the Vegas fight, man, Nonito, they hooked me up with my tickets, man. So I was blessed. You know what I mean? Like everything was nice,
How
man.
many people were there last night?
Not that many, brother. It was a small local event. They booked a huge coliseum for it, though. That's the thing, and that place you could fit a lot of people in there, and you
doesn't
could
look
really find good seats. Yeah, it wasn't. It
when
was.
you-
It was about like a third full. You know what I'm saying? So it was a good turnout, but it was a local event, so it wasn't like BKFC or a professional. You know what I mean? Like it was professional, but smaller promotion. You know what I mean?
But look at this. It's like these fighters that are on those smaller promotions most likely don't have a lot of money themselves. Bruce is talking about people with disposable income. That makes me think about that's why the UFC is so popular, because their demographic can afford to watch those pay-per-views because they have that kind of income. But these fighters that are up and coming, they're starving artists. So most likely the people around them are going to be starving artists. How can their family come and support them when a ticket is $80? This guy got, a mom and a wife and plenty of kids, or not kids, or people that want to come support him, but the promoter's not giving them no tickets. So this guy's got to fight and wait until he can actually make money or get to a point where the promoter might give him 5 tickets if he's lucky. And that's something that really affects the fighter too. Like, you're fighting, you need that motivation from your people. They can't even afford to come watch you.
Right.
Like, what the hell?
Yeah, you're right.
That's a good deal right there. Fuck, that ain't bad for a badass fight. Shit.
Yeah, $100 for a row is not bad at all.
Hell no.
At all.
And like to relate back to the what we were saying before, boxing fans, we don't mind paying whatever it is to watch the fight we want to see. Right. So if you give us the fight we want to see, we pay for it. But give us what we want to see.
But usually when there's a good deal like that, there's always a catch. Like Pound said, it's $50 parking and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like very high, very pricey fucking drinks. Even the baseball stadium does it here. Our local baseball stadium, fuck, they tax heavy, but they sell everything. They got like craft beer. You can buy all sorts of cool food. The kids are like, give me this.
We'll see, and see, that's the thing too. These fighters today that they're getting that big dollar money for at the local level, these guys aren't on the same level as a professional football team where it's major league. You're talking minor league action for major league prices. That's crazy.
I can imagine the Yankee Stadium, Thomas. Man, expensive.
Oh yeah. Even like Fenway Park, they have they got clam chowder and clam. They make it a regular New England experience. They try to, but you're gonna pay $9 for a bowl of fucking soup.
Yeah, they got Skywalker paying $20 for a thing of nachos.
Yeah. The nachos
they're laughing at him. They're probably sitting there laughing like
20.
I take 10 there, but that's fucking stupid.
Skywalker low-key wanted to order some Golden Corral and DoorDash.
Oh, that's the best deal, guys. DoorDash, Golden Corral, and then pick it up. You don't have to leave a tip.
That's what you gotta do. Like the old times when your mom used to take you to the movies. You gotta put something in that purse. You gonna have to fill that flask up.
The salt anyway,
Remember that shit back in the day? We used to jack shit from Golden Corral, load up the.
I swear, I can't go with my mom nowhere. She go, man. She's Jamaican too, so y'all be knowing like. I'm like, Mom, you have a whole bowl with you. I'm like, yo, chill. Like we can buy takeout. She said, yo, we already paid for it. I'm like.
Yo, man, that's how it is with these fights now. You're gonna have to bring your own liquor. Your wife's gonna have to bring a big ass purse. Have your Mike and Ike's.
Oh no, bro. I'm a fan of Freddie Roach, man.
Talking about
Hey,
oh man,
hey, Thomas, ask him about my uncle, man. And my uncle whooped him later in his career too. Easy work for my uncle right there.
Oh,
No,
yeah,
he
Freddie.
was a top kid. He was a star of the ESPN nights, the Tuesday night fights.
Yeah, he
Uh,
got hit a lot, man.
Yeah,
yeah. Well, he was a much better trainer than a fighter.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
that damn Parkinson's, bro. You know.
My uncle has the same shit that he has, and a lot of the old boxers have, man.
Yeah,
It's
they
that boxer
do.
dementia. They got hit too much, man.
Right.
Well, Freddie's got he's diagnosed Parkinson's,
Yeah,
right?
Parkinson's, yeah.
diagnosed with Parkinson, then he got over it. Remember, he took this experimental drug or whatever, and then got over it.
Yeah.
Hey, like it's like Evander Holyfield. He went to see Benny Hanna, and he laid his hands on him, and Holyfield's heart disease was cleared up.
I don't know.
In reality, he took a break from the roids.
That's what I mean. I
Yeah.
did. I had when you said do it. When you said that, I was like,
The heart needed a little rest.
I knew.
So he took a little break, and he went to the Mayo Clinic, and they said, "Oh, you were misdiagnosed. You're all better. You can box again." Because tomorrow, believe it or not, man, you know me, man. I already got the page up there. Tomorrow's the anniversary of the Fan Man.
Oh, yeah.
And if you ain't seen the Fan Man, and you ain't seen shit.
There's kids that have no idea. You bring up the Fan Man in the gym, they're like, "What are you talking about?" They can't believe it. You know,
So you go to Bruce Gass's homepage, and you get you get a fucking quick education on the Fan Man. That was the most bizarre incident. I mean, dude, if that happened today, you know the cops would have pulled out those fucking nines and shot the guy.
It would have been done.
I mean, he was fucking hovering around the ring a couple of times, and the cameras caught him.
Yeah.
And then he made the crash, and it was like, what the fuck? In the 7th round in a heavyweight championship fight?
People don't even know. People don't even know.
Did he jump from a plane, Bruce?
No,
Paraglider, right?
a glider it was motorized, so he was like he was around a couple of times, and then
Was there a mountain? He went off a mountain. What did he go off of, though? That's my question.
He went off on one of the mountains. Yeah, he jumped. No, he jumped off the top of one of the buildings in Vegas.
Oh, okay.
One of the fucking high rises, and he fucking went around for a while into the thing. His rigging got caught up on the fucking on the lights, and then he got tangled in the ring, and there was fucking mayhem. And one of Riddick Bowe's bodyguards had a cell phone. The cell phone was the size of a brick back then. It's like this, and he's beating the fuck, bang, 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 and the poor guy's tied up in. I mean, not the poor guy. The guy could have been a terrorist, man. He could have been fucking suicide bomber. That would have been like, you know.
But, it was crazy. I see it on YouTube, and I was like, damn.
Yeah.
I'm like, just imagine if I was back then, like how would it been?
I mean, that was another one. You're sitting in front of the TV, and it's like, look at this fucking look. You know, hey, you what? Yeah, I'm watching it. Wow, man, this is the fucking.
There's three
yelling, cursing, mad.
There's three big fights that stick out in my head in my childhood. All right, there's the Fan Man, and then 2 of them were with Tyson. Then there's when Tyson got knocked out by Buster Douglas.
Yeah.
And then there's when he bit Evander Holyfield's ear. All 3 of those nights felt the same to me as far as what the fuck was going on.
Yeah.
And I was only like 6 when he got knocked out by Buster Douglas.
The first fight was a mind blower too when he got beat by Holyfield. When everybody thought Holyfield was shot.
Yeah.
Came back and
nobody knew it was gonna be like that.
No, man, that was something special. But yeah, bro. I mean, fucking great memories. All those fights, and you were a young baby boy.
Yeah,
man.
Not even understanding what the fuck was. It was like a way of life. You know what I mean? I'm like, I'm sitting in Atlantic City at the Taj Mahal, like in the penthouse with my dad and everything like that. He's meeting Donald Trump and me. I'm at this age realizing what was just normal to me, you know, which is just mind blowing. Um, that's I don't know, man. Just we talk about these guys, Vander Holyfield and
Right.
Riddick Bowe. I remember fucking touching them when I was young. Not touching them, pause. But you know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah. Let me give you a little nose tweak and
Pause.
shit like that, you know.
Yeah.
And I don't know, man. It's just a crazy life. I was blessed in that way.
Oh yeah, that's priceless, bro. That's priceless stuff.
Yeah, man. All right. Well, with that being said, I'm out of here.
Hey man, awesome seeing you once again, my brother. You know, we'll always find a way. If one of us is down, the other one will be back up again, man. So
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna reach out to my Canadian connect and see if I can get some guys from Canada on our show next week, so we can talk some boxing with our Northern American friends.
Yeah, man. Like I said, we all trying to make the content better. You know what I'm saying?
That's it, man.
and I'll tell you, one of my favorite of all time. Oh, somebody's back here too. Shit, I'm sorry, man. I didn't realize somebody was back here. Hey, Thomas,
What's
sorry
going
about
on, man? So I just came in because you when we was talking about the Holyfield Bowl, I didn't realize that you was talking about the same thing. Because earlier today, when I was for the radio show, I had everything written down of because yesterday was Holyfield Bowl, I think 3. Today was the Mora, and then tomorrow was Holyfield Bowl 2. And I had everything written up. I was ready to go for the radio show that I do, and then I didn't get to use it. So because that happens, so like Pedro cuts me off, and then we talk about something else. But so as you were saying it, I was saying it too at the same time. So I was coming up.
Tell us what you remember about that fight, or what you studied about it. Let's start off with the one that happened yesterday, man. That was the first Bo Holyfield fight. That was
the third one. Yesterday was the third.
That's right, the third one. That was the only time Bo went down. The first time Bo went down, and the only time Holyfield got stopped to the date.
Yeah, the only time he got stopped, and the first time that Bo was dropped. And what's funny about that, I believe Bo was dropped after Holyfield felt like tired, because I think he was diagnosed with something at the time. Was it hepatitis or something like that? He was diagnosed with something.
Hepatitis A.
Tired, and he came out that round and he dropped them, and he was like, oh. And then from there, he kind of like, you can tell he was like drained. At the time when watching, I thought something was wrong with his heart. And then eventually, Bo stopped him in that fight.
Well, George Foreman was doing the commentating at with HBO, and he jumped up and he said, "Referee, stop this fight."
Yeah.
This man's going to die in that ring.
Yeah.
I mean, it was one of those fights where I remember that more than anything else, because of George Foreman. He's like, "You gotta. This is a sick man. This man's got heart disease. You gotta stop this fight." And And right after he said that, fucking Holyfield knocks Bo on his ass.
Yeah, it was crazy. And you know what else? I don't know if a lot of people know this. That was a non-title fight. There was no title. There's no title on the line. And Bo was a champ. And I think Holyfield didn't want – no. Was Holyfield a champ or Bo the champ? I think Bo was the champion. And Holyfield said he didn't want the title for some reason, I guess. I don't know what the politics of the story was, but it was for no title shot.
Here's what happened. Riddick Bowe had the WBO heavyweight championship, but Holyfield didn't want to go for the WBO title. He wanted to get a shot at the WBA and the IBF.
Okay.
So there was literally no title on the line in this fight.
Yeah.
But Holyfield the WBO did recognize him as the champ, but he wanted nothing to do with the title.
Okay.
So that was like one of the I don't know if you could call that one of his belts. I guess that was his third heavyweight championship. I'm not sure, but yeah, there was a lot of controversy about that.
Yeah.
A lot of controversy about that as far as a title was concerned there.
Yeah.
But man, Holyfield Holyfield was definitely looked at as damaged goods in that fight. He only got a
Yeah.
fraction of what
Mhm.
of what Bo got, and I mean it was definitely one to remember.
Yeah, people were. I mean, me, I was what, like maybe 17 at the time, and watching that fight, you were worried about Holyfield. You thought like you thought he might die. Like it was something. It just seemed he just seemed off. I at the time, like I said, I thought he was like having a heart attack or something with his heart. It just looked funny. You know, at the time, watching it live, on cable, with the cheap boxes back in the day.
Brutal fight, man. Totally,
Yeah.
probably the most brutal fight out of their fucking trilogy. And like I said, man, first time in Holyfield's career that he got stopped, and the first time you saw Riddick Bowe get knocked on his ass. So man, that was definitely one of the memorable ones. And then the one that happened today, fucking 29 years ago.
Well, today or tomorrow? Tomorrow, I think it was, right?
Mora and Foreman.
Oh yeah, that was a shocker. That one I didn't see live. I remember I couldn't go to my friend's house to watch the fight because he had the legal box, and I believe it was Sock, and they were there watching it, and they were all shocked because nobody liked Michael Mora, So and nobody expected Foreman to win. So, yeah, but that was a shocker to see that.
How long you been friends with Sock, man?
Oh, about 35 years, maybe no longer than that, about 36, 37 years. I know him since I was like 10 years old, pretty much.
Nice. So you guys been watching sports and
yeah. And what's funny is like we rival each other because he likes pretty much. I mean, Bruce, you're from Massachusetts, right? But he's not. But he likes all the Boston teams.
So I'm from Rhode Island, but a lot of people.
Okay.
You'd be surprised how many people don't even know Rhode Island is a state. They ask me, is that part of New York? Is that part of I said, nah, bro. Didn't you have geography when you were fucking high school, man?
No, but you still. I know you like all the Boston, pretty much.
But yeah, bro. No, I'm from Rhode Island, and
okay.
But the thing is, Rhode Island doesn't have any fucking professional teams except minor league teams. So we always go with the Boston Red Sox and the New York and the New England Patriots.
Yeah.
That's from day one. That's what I can always remember since I was a kid.
Yeah,
man. And we hate the Yankees too, bro.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, pretty much. That's what Sock. My friend Sock. He's a Red Sox, a Celtics, Bruins. The only team he doesn't like New England. He don't like the Patriots. He's like the Raiders. It's just weird. But he likes, and we always rival each other. We always, go out at Yankees, Red Sox, and stuff.
Oh man, I've been in Fenway Park where they were throwing cherry bombs at fucking
wow.
Review with something with it.
At fucking what the hell is his name? The outfielder, man.
For the Yankees?
Yeah, I'll think of it soon, man. God, you got
Winfield?
No, it wasn't Winfield.
What year? Do you know about what time? What year?
Yeah. The year would be the mid '70s, probably '77.
Oh, this is back. Okay. Not Reggie Jackson. Was it Reggie?
They were even using
I'll start Chamberlain. I think was one, but
no, my mind's just blank.
Okay.
As soon as I say it, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about.
BBO said, Thomas, what happened to the Seahawks?
Yeah, it was a bad loss. I don't want to talk about it. I don't even know why I'm wearing this stupid hat.
And the Steelers, man, we're coming. We're getting our shit together. So the AFC North, I don't know about the Browns, but Browns might win it all this year.
The Ravens whipped our ass today, man.
Thurman?
Huh?
I said Thurman Molson?
No, Darryl.
Oh, that's Strawberry, though. That's the Mets.
Okay, the Mets.
Darryl Strawberry, probably. It was him because they played each other 86 World Series, maybe so. But Darryl Strawberry was the Mets. I mean, he played with the Yankees, too, afterwards.
Then it was when he was with the Yankees.
That's so it was after. That was like
the Yankees.
90s. And it was the 90s. Time does go by.
Yeah.
But yeah, bro. I lived right next to Fenway Park for the year of 74, 75.
Because he joined the Mets in 1983.
You could get into the bleachers. It was $3 to see the Reds to get a bleacher seat. And we used to bring the bong in there, the tray, the bong. We'd be passing it back and forth. Back in 75, 74, 76, Massachusetts was like so fucking liberal. I mean, you could walk down the street with a fucking bale of weed over your shoulder, and unless you shot somebody, then nobody bothered you. It was like you could keep your body silver. Just a crazy college town. But Red Sox, man, when the Red Sox played, it was like insane. Talk about paying for parking. Back then, they were getting $20 to park your car. Back in the 70s, man. That's how fucking crazy it was. It was fucking nuts. But it was the Red Sox never won until what year was it? When 2001 or something like that. When
2003 or 4.
It was just after my mother died. Because my mother was like a real diehard Red Sox fan.
It might have been 2004.
Okay, because she died.
That's when they swept Colorado. They came back on the Yankees down 3-0, and they beat the Yankees, 4 straight. I remember because I was in Cancun at the time.
Yeah, so Pedro Martinez and fucking Pepe Ortiz,
Manny Ramirez. They had a good team.
Yeah,
Johnny Damon was the key guy of that championship. Johnny Damon killed the Yankees in that series.
Johnny Damon never cut his hair, never shaved his beard. You look like
2006. Yeah, 2006. All right, you're right. 2006. Sorry, BVO. You finally got something right, BVO. But yeah, that was they beat the Yankees 3 in a row. Mariano blew like 2 saves. It was crazy. It's just Mariano was the guy that never blew a save, and the Red Sox came in and won 4 straight. Pretty embarrassing, and broke the curse. They always said there was a curse, the curse of Babe Ruth, right? With the Yankees, and they broke the curse by beating the Yankees.
I remember '86 when the ball went through freaking Wayne Boggs' legs, for Christ's sake.
No, it was Buckner. Buckner, first base, and crazy enough, Buckner was a Gold Glove first baseman.
He was, and he came back. The Red Sox forgave him. It was funny because they had a Legends night, and he came back, and he was afraid they were going to boo him and shit, man. Because there was a while that his name was fucking mud in Boston.
Yeah, they didn't accept him. He
had to move out. He sold his second place ring, the ruby ring they give the runner-up team in the World Series. Just sold it on eBay, or I don't know what, they pawned it or whatever. But it was sad, man.
Yeah. Have you ever seen you guys watched Curb Your Enthusiasm?
No.
You never watched it with Larry David?
No.
They did an episode with Bill Buckner, which I thought was hilarious. It was Mookie Wilson was in it. It was pretty funny. If you guys ever watched this, it's comedy. It's like Seinfeld comedy. He's the guy that produced Seinfeld, but they did an episode with Bill Buckner, and Mookie Wilson was in it, and it's pretty funny.
Yeah.
I'd like to check it out. I like Steinfeld. I like that kind of comedy.
Yeah,
it's pretty good. And it's they get to curse in this one because it's HBO, so that makes it a little better.
Larry David's a funny bastard.
Yeah.
I'm smoking some raspberry parfait.
Skywalker's got a freaking.
I switch the strains, BBO, all the time, man. I even got a little bit of my own name brand strain right here, Skywalker OG.
He's like the Golden Corral buffet up there, man.
Yeah, this is the Skywalker OG. I got a little bit left.
Wow.
I'm smoking on that. This is that raspberry parfait. Yeah, sure. That was the weekend weed. The 2 strains. I usually get a sativa and an indica for the weekend, and then I stock up tomorrow because I smoke a lot of weed during the weekend because I'm off of work. So.
Gotta watch those lungs, man.
Yeah, I just smoke at home. You know what I mean?
Me too, man. Loves my weed. That's the only mind altering substance I use. I even fucking quit 20 years. I used to take lorazepam. I was prescribed that for almost 20 years. And I told the doctor, when I stopped taking it, I said, he was ready to he thought I was calling him for another script. I said, no. I said, I don't need it anymore. And he goes, how'd you quit? Because I mean, I'm talking 20 years, and really, that's a tough habit to break. That's a serious addiction. You get a benzodiazepine fucking addiction going on, man. That can kill you if you don't know how to deal with it. But anyway,
what did they prescribe you that for? What does that help with?
Anxiety.
Okay.
Anxiety, depression. It's used for a lot of that shit. But see, like right now, I even have it on my fucking t-shirt, man. Hey?
Antidepressant. Okay. I never heard of that. So
boxing is the best antidepressant.
Depressant.
Hey, that's my antidepressant now. But I told the doctor, he said, how'd you quit? And I said, well, first of all, I broke the pills in half, and I took a half a pill for a long time. Then I broke the half in half, and I took a half for a long time. And then one day I fucking forgot I even took one, or I didn't take one, and I didn't need them anymore. And he's like, wow. I go, oh. He's like, wow. I said, I told you, Doc, I said that the weed is all I need, and you wouldn't give me a marijuana card 10 years ago. And, I fucking told you. I said, you're writing for me OxyContin. You're giving me 150 milligrams a day. That's enough to go out and fucking satisfy a junkie. And he did that for years and years and years, man. I had a really serious habit. I kicked that. I went to a Suboxone clinic. I got Suboxone, got off that. And I told the guy that, and I said, why don't you write me for weed? I'm smoking weed. I love weed, and weed is not, it doesn't have any of those side effects. It doesn't have withdrawals. It doesn't have any kind of a physical addiction. I had a strong not to get a psychological addiction. And he's like thinking a second, and then he says, no, I can't do it. I made a promise with the man who I opened the practice with that we'd never prescribe methadone or we'd never give marijuana cards, medical marijuana cards. And I'm like, man, fucking guy is so far behind the time, but
yeah,
that's the way it is. I still it's legal in the state now, so it's a moot point. But for a few years, I was pissed. I had to go to another doctor, and I had to pay $150 to get for a visit, just and then another $100 to the state for the card. But
wow,
the life of a toker, my bro.
Yeah, but, weed is. I mean, I they tell me all the time it's good because I get back. I got herniated disc. They take it like when I first got playing football and I hurt my back. They prescribed me to Percocets, like painkillers, and I just didn't want to get addicted to pills, so I used to just give them away and stuff. I didn't want to take it, so I used to take like Tylenol or stuff like that, and I just try to do my stretches, and I had to do the therapy and stuff. I just don't like taking pills. I didn't want to get caught up in taking them, but I've had
an addiction problem my whole life.
Okay,
it's only been for the past about 8 years or so that I haven't. It hasn't been an issue. But I mean, if a doctor gave me pills, I would take them, and I would take more and more. And then I knew how to milk a doctor. I knew how to go and have a doctor write for me. I knew what to tell them. Yeah. And I was an expert at it. But it's all a dead end street.
When I was in the military, bro, I'd always wait for my 30-day leave, my vacation time. And, bro, I would light up, bro. I've always had a love for marijuana, man. And if I could get away with it, I'd always smoke it, bro. But I was always wise, though. I wouldn't, in the military, you go to fucking jail for smoking weed. They'll put you in the brig. Make you do extra duty sucks. You know what I'm saying? Get an Article 15 to take your money out of your paycheck.
Man, when I was growing up, man,
you're gonna get your rank stripped. You know what I mean? So I played by the rules, but I always looked forward to that freedom, bro. I always had 30 days, man, and that first week, bro.
Yeah, but weed is nothing. Weed shouldn't even be an issue, man. It is in the army and stuff, but man, when I was growing up, the guys I knew that would come back from the service, I knew guys coming back from Vietnam with fucking full-blown morphine addictions, man.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, bro. I mean, fucking that was like the beginning of the homeless vet crisis. This is back in the freaking early 70s. Wow. But weed is a non-issue, and believe me, I never got my pain that I got arthritis all throughout my body, my knees, my fucking shoulders. I wouldn't be any good in a fucking fight, so I have to carry a gun around with me. But anyway, man, I don't take any fucking painkiller for it. I don't even take aspirin or Tylenol. I don't take anything like that. And definitely not any addictive Percocets or fucking oxys or none of that shit. So the weed takes my mind off the pain. That's why the weed's a good painkiller, because the pain is there. But if I don't think about it, if I'm carrying on here, doing some fucking putting up some pages, whatever whatever it is that I'm doing, if I get a buzz on, I don't think about the pain. If I was just sitting around with nothing, just straight, it would be. I mean, dude, I went to an orthopedic to check my shoulder out a few weeks ago because I was told 20 years ago it had to be replaced, and anyway, I let it go. I was prescribed all those drugs and shit. I didn't care too much about anything, but anyway, I went back again recently, and he did an X-ray, and he said, "Man, that's the worst fucking shoulder I've ever seen in my life."
Wow.
And he goes, how he says it's supposed to be a ball and socket. You have a square and socket, so it's nothing but bone on bone. And I know it is because I know the pain. I mean, it would drive a normal person crazy, but as long as I get the weed, it's no problem. And the operations. First of all, I lead a too active a life. I have to keep my house warm with wood. I have to split wood. I have to walk my dog a couple of times a day, and I got a 90-pound fucking pit fucking cane corso mix. So if he pulls and I got a fucking arm that's still in recovery, I'm fucked. But then it's just too much to do. The recovery time is 18 months. I don't have no 18 months to walk around with a sling and shit. So
yeah,
the weed is my thing, man. I got aches and pains, but other people around me have more aches and pains, and I'd rather take care of them. And,
I hear you.
Wow. And this Green Dragon, man, this goes right to the source. This is the best thing going, man.
Wow. I saw BVO in the chat earlier. I got something for him. He's funny. He said I look like the guy from King of Queens. Fucking jerk. I saw you laughing too, Skywalker.
Yeah.
I know that's why you was laughing too.
I was gonna tell Remy, man, when I was Afghanistan, I had a fucking baseball full of hash, bro. We were hiding that shit, bro. Me and my homie, man, and man, we were smoking that shit out there. But Iraq, bro, that was like straight, focus. But the soldiers were getting whiskey milled in, bro, and they were wilding out, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like they were getting snuck in on care packages, and you can't have no. That was straight combat right there, man. But yeah, you gotta stay straight. Big Texas, too, brother.
It was good, Big Texas.
Yeah. Afghanistan, bro. Fuck.
Picasso was.
They like to get high in Afghanistan.
Yeah, my brother's been there twice. My brother was in the Marines. He's been out there twice.
Yeah.
That's the best hash in the world out there, man.
Yeah. Yeah, that shit almost looks like fucking resin, bro. The ball I had was browner than a motherfucker, but man, that shit, it was real good. The way they smoke it, Bruce, is that they roll it with tobacco. You know what I'm saying? They mix it and shit. I don't like to mix shit with tobacco. You know what I mean? But
I used to live with a girl from England, and that's what she used to do. She used to cut it up with a scissors, mix it with tobacco, and roll joints out of it.
Yeah.
And, I'd say no. I got a hash pipe. I'd rather mix it with some weed and smoke it with one hit toka too.
Yeah.
But the thing, but that's what they do. That's how they smoked it in there. Yeah. I'd say, hey, you fucking smoke it like that. But no, that Afghani hash. I used to buy used to call them the surfboards. They had like a black skin, and they were like almost green inside. The real dark green.
Dark, yeah. The shit I had was brown almost. Yeah. It was like some. Yeah, it looked like like fucking resin out of a pipe, but yeah, just good shit, man. Like press.
They make that in the USA now. They sell it in the dispensaries, and I had some, and it was just as good as what I remember in the 70s, just as good as the Afghani hash and the green. I used to get the Moroccan keef, the Nepalese temple balls.
You know how we would smoke it, Bruce? Me and my partner, they had a little back then. They had like a little USO back then they had Yahoo chat, so everybody would be talking to their families and shit. And that would be like your like that's where you're going. That's your AO, like that's where you're gonna be at. They think you're gonna go talk to your family, but they weren't monitoring everybody that's going in there on the computers. We would climb that fucking building on top. On top of the internet cafe, while everybody's talking this shit. We're blazing up and shit. We try to be quiet, like tiptoeing on top of that shit. And we had a little hiding spot up there, man. And we used to smoke out. We were getting UA'd, man, so we're good to go, man. They aren't giving us piss tests out there. So.
No, the best way I used to smoke, and I never saw anybody else smoke it like this. You get a pin, and you put the piece of hash on the pin, and you light it with a lighter. I mean, you also have you have to have like a book of matches, so it's the pin is held up, and the piece of hash is like kind of like on the end of the pin, and you light it up. And then you put a glass over it, and it's a big cloud of smoke. You get the glass and you put the glass back. The next person does that, and it just keeps going. It goes for a long time. The better grade the hash, the longer it's going to burn because it's got more it's denser. But yeah, man, I used to do that at bar rooms. People would all throw in like $10 a piece, and just line up, and they'd have a quarter ounce of hash behind the bar. The bartender would make up nice slabs of it, put it on the pin. That's a good way to smoke the stuff.
D, what up?
Obviously, experts on this.
Gang, D.
You guys are big time experts with smoking weed.
That's a way of life for sure, man.
No,
I stay sober though. Like I said, like I would just do my dirt for 1 week a year, type of shit. Like, if I get away with it, I would do it. It was always.
I haven't had a drink of alcohol in 23 years either, Thomas.
No, that's good.
I drink, bro, but I drink like 2 beers, bro, and I don't drink past 2 or 3, bro. I'm not really a heavy drinker myself.
Yeah, I'm not a heavy drinker. I may have a beer or two, and it's
I was 100% heavy drinker. I drank every night. A 6-pack a day was average, and then on a good night it would be always wine with dinner. A 6-pack, a 6-pack or 2 6-pack, depending on what I was drinking. But I was always, I was fucking booze all the time. My family owned a restaurant when I was a kid, so in my house we had more fucking booze in my house than most fucking bars have. My old man had a setup in the back. He had about 3 bottles, different kinds of scotch and CC and fucking vodka and gin. I mean, it was crazy. So I could swipe a bottle. No, they wouldn't even know it. Go in the back with my friends, be sitting in the woods, fucking drinking a bottle of Canadian Club.
Canadian Club, wow.
We'd be throwing our fucking guts up. And,
I haven't had that in years. Canadian Club, wow. Might be 15 years, or maybe a long time. Canadian Club, wow.
It's CCVO, Seagram 7, Paul Jones. Oh, shit. All the bottom shelf stuff, then the top shelf stuff. You got the Jack Daniels, the Jim Beam, Cuddy Sock, then you got the top shelf. You got the Seagram's Crown Royale up there, the Chivas Regal.
Wow.
And this one, and like I said, Bill, I remember all these things, but I haven't had a fucking drink since freaking early 2000s.
Nice, that's good.
Yeah, my wife drinks enough for both of us, so.
Okay.
My mom was a stoner, so I used to steal her weed as a young. I started smoking weed at a young age, man, and it became a point to where like I used to have a fatter sack than my mom, so my mom would always be sneaking in trying to find my stash and stealing from me. So my mom still smokes. My mom still smokes. I smoke more than her. She smokes maybe like a joint a day, like in the evening. She'll smoke a joint. She's chilling out.
Yeah, none of my parents ever smoked dope. I guarantee that. My mother might have been high from it once because I know my sister made some brownies one time, and my mother took them with her friends and went to the casino, and they came back laughing and everything else. But she didn't know she ingested any weed.
Yeah.
But, my parents.
That's a new story. Yeah.
My parents thought fucking marijuana was the same thing as fucking heroin or LSD or all fucking drugs, man. Speed, heroin, marijuana, same thing.
My dad worked 40 years with the government, and now that he's out, he's been now it's legal in New Mexico. He buys weed all the time, man. But he he's not loud on it, man. He likes the vapes because he vapes and shit, and so he's got a pen and he gets carts and shit now. So it's kind of crazy. Like times are changing now. Yeah, my dad is smoking his shit too.
I was taking my wife to the doctor the other day, and there was a dude in front of me. This guy was a fucking about 6'4". He had fucking multicolored hair, like a kind of almost like an afro, and it was orange and fucking purple and fucking blue. And it's just before he gets in there, I see him go in his pocket, fucking big cloud of smoke, big fucking. I'm like, dude, going into it to see the fucking doctor and getting a token. I mean, it's just it's a whole different world now.
Yeah.
No, it's all New York City. I hear New York City. All you do is smell weed when you walk down the streets over there.
Oh yeah, up the block. It doesn't matter where I'm at. Even around my job in the city, where it's millions of people walking around like nothing, right in front of the buildings, and talking to organizations, big buildings, not like like the buildings here in the Bronx. Talking about the city buildings, where everybody's going to work on their lunch break.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's where the big business of the pre-rolls is that, man. People just get on their lunch break, stop at a dispensary.
Oh yeah, me and my coworker do that all the time. There's like a McDonald's right in the same parking lot. I go grab a fucking pre-roll while he's ordering the food, and I'll hop in the truck. Yeah. And that's what we do, man. Especially we got extra money. Some days we're broke, and we're like, damn, we brought something today. Fuck, like kind of mad. But most of the time we try to make it happen. Like tomorrow morning, I'm gonna roll one up for the crews in the morning to work. Man, I've been on a skyscraper lately, man. I've been all fucking sore. Wow. That motherfucker takes a lot out of you, bro. Them ropes get heavy, bro. Like the taller the building, you're having to like lift your ropes, bro, and you're pulling them up, lowering them. Like it's like a workout, bro. I can't explain it, but I get like a full workout. And I've been sore.
You gotta you're picking up your own weight, right? Pretty much.
It shit weighs more than me, bro. Like fuck, dog. Okay, it's like dead weight, bro. It's like you're talking about 300 feet of rope, bro, and you're pulling it up to lasso it to tie. So each time you're doing that, you know what I mean. You're doing a workout with that shit. Yeah. They're just heavy, bro, because it's just a lot of footage of rope.
Well, guys, I'm gonna sign off. I got to do a couple things, but I'll catch up with you guys. It's gonna be interesting.
Thomas, when's Freddie Roach on?
Well, it's an interesting week for me. So I just got the agenda for this week because there's a fight Thursday. My friend is fighting. He's fighting this guy from Ireland. He's trained by Freddie Roach. This guy Callum Walsh, and he's backed by Dana White. He's backed by the UFC, and the UFC is having their event Saturday at the Garden. So this fight is Thursday at the Hulu Theater. So Tuesday there's a luncheon. It's a media day. So Freddie Roach is going to be there. The fighter, Jerry Cooney will be there. I just texted the commish. He's not going to be there. He's going to try to be there Thursday because I think the New Jersey Hall of Fame dinner is Thursday. So he's trying to decide if he's going or not. So there'll be some interesting people on Tuesday. The weigh-in is Wednesday, and then Thursday's the fight. So the first event for a fight. So. It's not a big fight, but it's a friend of mine fighting, and it's a good experience. I hope to get to talk to Freddie Roach a little bit on Tuesday. Tuesday, he's there for questioning and stuff.
Putting in the work, my brother. Putting in the work.
It's the first time. I'm gonna see how this goes. A good experience. My friend Sock will be there, who's been on my show. So, and he has all the connects. He knows all these people. So it'd be good to see the commish now that I spoke to the commish and I got his number. So that'll be good to kind of get in with him. And Jerry Cooney's always around at the fight, so he's going to be there too. So, and I heard he's a nice guy. He's always very sociable.
One of the first panels I was on that had a celebrity on, Major Key invited me to go on with Jerry Cooney. Okay. And I was like, wow. My wife's like, Jerry Cooney. I said, yeah, man. Wow, he just called me up and wants me to come on. And that was the beginning of, I was starstruck. I said, wow, I can get these boxes to come on, and so cool to talk to him. And Jerry told me some fucking good shit, man. Big on big on body punching, how it's a lost art today.
Mm.
You know, he was explaining, talking like that. I mean, really, oh yeah, cool. All those classic New York '80s fighters, man. That's my era, bro. That's what I was built for. I love getting around with those cats, man.
Yeah. And he's a nice guy from what I heard. And every time I go to the fights, he's there. He's always walking around like talking to people and stuff. I never got a chance to speak with him, but he's always there and he's very sociable, nice guy. And you can't miss him. He's a big guy.
Oh yeah. You know what he told me? I'll never forget this. He told me, I said, Jerry, I said, it's pretty common knowledge that alcohol and drugs fucked up your career. I said, how bad was it? He says, hey, I'll tell you. He says, when I knocked out Ken Norton in the first round, I had a line of cocaine and a shot of Irish whiskey.
Wow.
And it never stopped. He goes, it never stopped until George Foreman knocked me out. That's through the Larry Holmes fight.
Yeah.
It was pretty much his second part of his career. The Michael Spinks fight.
The Michael Spinks and Spinks.
Yeah. He was bummed.
He knocking guys out, and he knocked him out.
Oh yeah, he was bummed. He said he could have knocked out Spinks. He could have beat Spinks, but he was fucked up, and fucking drugs were more important. He was fucking he was doing what Jerry Cooney did back in the 80s and 90s. So
it's crazy. When Pedro tells me stories all the time, I hope to have him again. And he says they hardly test. Like people were on coke, during fights. They were taking lines of coke before fights.
It was normal,
and they weren't getting tested. It's crazy. He told me stories about Camacho. Like it's just it's crazy.
Yeah, sure is, man. Sure is. Well, see, this is cool that people like us we get behind the scenes a little bit, and we start to know these things, and we can share them with other people. Yeah. And it ain't like I heard from a guy, bro. I heard from the guy who was right back there with fucking Camacho, fucking cutting up the lines in the bathroom before the fucking bell rang, bro. And this is so. Hey, man, good hearing from you. I've been here for over 2 hours, man. I'm about ready to shut it down and had to turn it yesterday, so we still got another extra hour sleep tonight.
Yeah. Well, I gotta get to work. I gotta get ready for work and stuff. So, you guys have a good night. I appreciate you guys. Take care.
Catch you next time, brother.
All right.
Thank you guys for tuning in. Appreciate you, Bruce. Much love, man. Great show as always. I'm getting hyped up for December 9th, man. We got Regis and Haney, man. That's gonna be a good fight. We had Coach Evins Tobler in the beginning of the show, and they're confident, man. They're gonna give you a good fight.
Absolutely. All right, Skywalker. I'll talk to you tomorrow, bro.
Peace out, guys.
So, man, I appreciate you cats coming in here. Been listening to the George Culligan Quartet in the background, man. That's a live concert that's going on right now at Smalls Jazz Club in Greenwich Village, New York City. And that's George Culligan on the piano, Nicole Glover playing that tenor sax. She's got quite the lips and hands. Alexander Claffey on the bass, and Kush Abade on the drums. So they took us out of here kind of nicely. I appreciate that, man. And thank you, cats, for coming in here. We had a good little talk here. Couple of hours. It's what I like to do. I'll let my man 150 take us out of here with the theme song.
Shout out Bruce Gas, aka Toka 2. You know I had to drop a track for my boy.
Hey, where you at?
Yeah, I've been in your rapping boys out here telling favors. I'm the hardest young nigga, I ain't signed to no label. Hey, Bruce Gas putting no fights on the table. Calling that Boston since Kane versus Abel. Smoking so much gas, you would think that shit was fatal. I'm the people's champion like Muhammad Ali. Shout out Bruce Gas, one day we gon' meet. Yeah, we gon' blow it down, we gon' smoke with hella weed. Yeah, we gon' blow it down, take a hit out the Toka 2. Slipping hella shots, feel like Tyson with the Pika. Little Glock on my side, but it hit just like Isaac Cruz. Shout out Mad Chad, real shit, that's my fucking dude. We always cooking on the panel. Strapped to my side, I ain't talking about no sample. Bruce passed me the blunt, I'ma light it like a candle. Ayy, non-stop bars, man, I always spit flames. Like Bruce Gas, always got a different strain. Bitch, you ain't like me, you can never feel my pain. You win and you lose, well, this a fight game. Don't beef on the net and the shit won't change. Said that on the stream, gotta do it for the game. Said that on the stream, gotta do it for the chat. I ain't undisputed. Yeah, hold on, I ain't undisputed, but I want all the straps.